Pastor Abner, one of the unique opportunities you have at your church in Orlando is you lead a multicultural, bilingual, not just one community, but many communities. I'd love to know, what was that journey like from when you first were at Viva Church to becoming bilingual and multicultural and campuses and all of the opportunities that you've had? What has that journey looked like, and what have you learned along the way?
Yeah. 28 years ago, we were called Iglesia Palabra Viva. We were a complete Spanish-speaking only church. And over a decade ago, we felt that God was calling us not just to reach the Hispanics of the community, but everyone. We really wanted to make sure we were a multicultural service or multicultural church. And we decided to start an English service. We did that for quite a long time, and it was pretty challenging. One thing is translating into English our services or having an English service, but we noticed that our community wasn't culturally diverse. It was just second generation Hispanics coming to an English service. And so we decided to ask ourselves the hard questions. What do we do to change that? And so for a season, we went to a bilingual service. So instead of having an English service and a Spanish service, we would have one service which was bilingual with simultaneous translation. Wow. So the songs were bilingual. Everyone that would get on stage to speak would be translated on the spot. And we've done that ever since. And for us, it was something we stumbled on. We felt there was something there, and what we noticed was that a lot of the families that wanted to go to services together, but the parents speak Spanish only, the kids speak English. Now they had a place to worship where they both can come and understand the service. And so that's become an anchor in our church.
Yeah. Did your staff have to change to accommodate those changes?
Actually, that is a great question. It's something that we are currently still working through. We're looking at making sure that our staff is a reflection of the community and also a multicultural congregation. So a lot of our staff are Latino, but maybe second, third generation Latinos. So right now my campus pastor at the Central Campus, he's Hispanic but speaks no Spanish. He only speaks English. He doesn't even understand it well. And so that's kind of helped because he can communicate with that community. But right now we're looking at bringing on board, English-speaking only community, Anglos, Afro-American, just to have more of a diverse representation on our platform. And we know that's going to be very beneficial in truly reaching everybody in our community.
And at what stage did you change the name of the church? I imagine you probably had to rebrand and re-envision in some ways, sell the congregation on what you were wanting to do.
Sure. So, one of the challenges we did find was when we started an English service, all we did was translate the name of the church in English. So it was Iglesia Palabra Viva, Living Word Church. And so we had two communities. However, it was them and us. There was still a difference. And so we struggled through that for quite a few years. And I got together with my staff and I said, is there anything you think we need to do? And they decided we needed to change the name. And they came up with a name that was a fusion. So we were Palabra Viva. They said, let's keep the name Viva and let's use the word church, Viva Church. We rebranded, we changed the name to Viva Church. And that actually did a shift, a mindset to the people and the community that we're different and that something different's happening. I always revert back to making sure you're being called to the community to do that. A lot of times we just want to have a multicultural, or rather a bilingual congregation. But if I had to advise a pastor, I'd definitely say the Latin community could definitely use a Latin pastor to pastor them. I've seen in different settings where they translate the message from an Anglo pastor to Spanish, and there's something that's missed there in the connection. So definitely to find a team that can connect well with that cultural community, to reach them. Obviously give them their space to be able to do that, but also don't make them feel like an island integrate them into the life of the church, making sure you're doing community together, special events together, baptisms, conferences together, maybe merge services every so often, to constantly let them know we're one family and one church.
Yeah.